welcome back to my channel. It's Lydia here, and today I'm about to react to one of your suggestions, and this is an explanation to BTS Idol MV and
by Korean.
And I'm curious just because sometimes the translation it's not always right, or there are sometimes some hidden meanings behind some of the things they are saying, like just their culture things. And
I'm curious to find out if there's something that I probably don't know.
So let's just begin in 3, 2, 1, play. And they put my favorite part.
The beginning.
Explain. Okay.
BTS's new MV Idol is making everybody go nuts.
Yes.
So much things are going around, and of course there are already a lot of attempts to decipher it or link it to previous theories.
Props
But rather
to the
than going into
YouTuber who
theories and
made this.
unverified speculations, in today's video I will try to stay even more true to the MV and the lyrics itself. There will be mainly two parts. First, the lyric and MV dissection, and second, the Korean cultural references.
Nice.
So without further ado, let's go into the MV and lyric dissection.
Can't call me artist, can't call me idol. 아님 어떤 다른 뭐라 해도 I don't care.
Artist, idol, I don't care. RM is saying that he doesn't give a shit about what people call him by anymore. But one thing to notice is, when he's saying 아니면 또 다른 뭐라 해도, he comically dances to Psy's new face choreography. So apparently he doesn't care how many new faces he has. In the latter part of the MV, look at what the choreography looks like. You saw it, right? But let's try to chop this lyric into a different way again. Let's stop the lyrics at I don't, without the care. Not only does it sound exactly like idol,
뭐라 해도 I don't.
connecting it with the second line that comes
Yes.
before it, it becomes like this. So if you try to chop the lyrics in that way, it would have the meaning of, whatever you choose to call me an idol again. This is called a 답정너 situation in Korean, which means you've already said your own answer inside your head anyways. So as you might know, in Korea, hip-hop artists or singers that are in idol groups are not taken seriously, and they're actually looked down upon. While RM said that he doesn't care about what other people call him anymore, at the same time he's trying to criticize these people that call them this and that, or maybe labeling them as idols.
Just stop. The thing that I wanted to mention here is that I know that probably most of the times like there are deeper meaning behind their lyrics, just because I know RM wrote most of them and Yoongi as well, like the boys wrote most of them, and we know like Namjoon he is our president and he really likes to play with words,
And he really likes to use that kind of words that have like two different meanings in the same time.
and I'm happy that this YouTuber who explained the video, the way how the words sound and what's the connection and what's like could be the reference between those words and how you can take it. But let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play.
These lyrics are pretty self-explanatory. J-Hope is proud of whatever he is, and most importantly, he's free.
Exactly.
He has no irony anymore of who he is because he's always just himself. But one thing we should focus here are the artifacts that have been sitting on the table since the beginning of the MV. On the table we see two things, a sailor ship and a globe. And now there's an airplane in the background. As J-Hope addresses in his song Airplane 2, the
He's in
airplane,
the
globe,
sky.
and ship all represent their current status, the freedom they have now, and
And the
pride
way
for
they're
global
traveling.
success/influence.
Yeah.
In this part of the MV, it's natural to have questions about what the drawings in the background actually mean. The drawings seem to be watched by many people and surveillance cameras, and the lyrics are talking about how haters are talking
frame.
about BTS. Nobody but the members that drew the drawings themselves would actually know the true meaning behind the pictures, but relating to the lyrics, we can guess that it's something like a message towards haters.
Yes.
Maybe it's what BTS members think haters are like, or what they think haters might think of BTS themselves. Suga's drawing is pretty clear. A huge BT21 Shuki is crushing haters with his hands. It also has ilsam, ilpar, which are references from deng,
Then,
being the ultimate card pairs in the game Sota. The numbers could also mean their debut year 2013 when they started from the ground, but now
And
in
now it's
2018
2018.
they are this big. But Jin's picture is kind of hard to understand. He's drawn a kore, which means whale in Korean. Nobody but Jin will know the actual meaning of this, but to just speculate, kore is a slang for two meanings in Korean. First, a very powerful / rich person or group. It's a word used especially a lot in stock market terms.
Wow.
The second slang meaning of kore is actually a dick. Who knows, he might have been responding to the people chattering about this incident.
I didn't hear that.
Orsu is a sound Koreans make when they're excited in traditional old folk music.
And then sing.
Jiwaja technically means a song that people sing when the nation is thriving or peaceful, but in short it's just another sound Koreans make when they're excited and to boost up the rhythm and good feeling of the song. Donggido kungdororo is basically a beat used in a specific Korean rhythm called 국거리장단. And for the visuals used in this
So
part,
they don't
this
say
is the Chinese
dum-dum-dum-dum-dum.
character 사랑해, which means love.
Love.
And in the latter part of the
Okay.
MV, there's also a part when Jungkook appears and the word sarang is actually written in Korean. In this scene, Jimin stands out among the whirlpool of BTS
Yes,
members,
this is
which could
so
imply that even though
strange.
BTS is a group and all the members rotate around me, and a lot of people actually talk about us only in a set, nevertheless, I acknowledge my own existence and I stand out as a unique being. Thus, I love myself. Face Off is a famous movie directed by famous movie director Oh Sam. In the movie, the main characters who are an FBI agent and a terrorist get to change their faces. As RM mentioned earlier about new faces, J-Hope is also referencing the movie to show that they can be called or changed into a
I
totally
haven't
different
seen
person.
this movie.
Like his next lyrics state, he can be sometimes a superstar or a superhero.
24 hours are not enough.
Suga, Jungkook, and V all say they have so many different people inside them, but they notice that they are all parts of themselves too. So they decide to accept them. V's lyric 고민보다는 그냥 달리네 is a reference from their song 고민보다 고, which has the message of YOLO.
YOLO. From Go Go.
어쩌고 저쩌고 basically means haters or people are talking shit about them, like blah 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 blah, this and that. 떠들어대셔, 너나 잘하셔. These two lines are a form of sarcasm that only Koreans will understand. 떠들어대 and 너 are both 반말, which is informal speech. But in the lyrics they attach 셔 and 하셔, which is a traditional form of honorific called 존댓말. So the sentence here is a mix of informal and honorific speech. Thus, sentences like 너나 잘하셔, 너나 잘하세요 would be criticizing or being sarcastic towards people who think highly of themselves. But one more thing to notice in the MV again is the bunny in the moon. This comes from a Korean mythology that a rabbit on the moon is making the medicine for immortality. Thus, the rabbit on the moon stands for prosperity and immortality in the Korean or East Asian culture. But why suddenly immortality? Because there's a saying in Korean, 욕을 많이 먹으면 오래 산다. It means if you get cursed a lot, you live long. The lyrics of this part says people are saying all kinds of shit to BTS. So in conclusion, regarding the amount of shit BTS receive, they will have immortality and prosperity. Just another fun thing, rabbit in Korean is called tokki. And in this part, you can hear BTS singing
Talking.
in the background. A giant shark tries to attack BTS, but they are unaffected, and they keep on singing,
Just
"You can't
because
stop me
they're
loving myself."
inside,
They don't
yeah.
care about the fact that
They're
a big shark
protect-
in the bag is trying to eat them up, but rather they enjoy the situation by saying, Now on to the second part. There are so many Korean traditional references in this MV. The traditional clothing hanbok, the Korean house kiwatjip, the tiger which stands for Korea, the moon rabbit, the Korean fan dance, the word love, and the traditional lion dance called Bukcheong Sajanoro.
Lion,
Actually,
so
this dance was done
represent
during the
a
full moon,
lion
which has the
dance.
meaning of warding off all bad luck or ghosts, and celebrating
Yes.
to bring prosperity and unity to the village. Furthermore, you can see that the choreographies were also affected by the traditional Korean dance moves like the head spinning dance, 상모 돌리기.
So
By these
this is
references, you can see that
head-spinning
BTS
dance.
is bluntly rebutting the criticism of them being westernized and focusing more overseas. At the end of the MV, if you see very carefully, you can see that the globe has changed from South America to where you can see Korea. Also, on a side note, you can see the sun rising in the beginning and lots of other times during the MV. The sun, paired up with the artifacts, the globe, and the sailboat, kind of remind you of the 해가 지지 않는 나라, the empire on which the sun never sets, which was a term to describe the Spanish or British Empire in the past when they had so many colonies all over the world. Connected to the earlier references about the moon's prosperity and immortality, the sun also represents the fact that BTS is so global that their fandoms are everywhere around the world, which makes them a cultural superpower empire where the sun never sets. At the end of the MV, the sun actually does not completely go down, which means despite the Love Yourself series might have come to an end, they still have so much time and new stuff to show us in the future. Lastly, as the director's comment, I think that the colorful, crazy, distracting style of the MV and the clothes they wore all stand for accepting every single side of you, promoting diversity, accepting differences throughout the world, ultimately by loving yourself.
I'm so thankful to this YouTuber that he made this whole video with all of this explanation because he made it so great and so it's so well done, like well made, and explain a lot of things, and I learned some stuff that I haven't didn't knew before. But even dances like fan dances and head spinning dance and stuff like this, which I saw while they were promoting Idol. And even this lion dance with these things behind them, which people are saying they look like mobs and stuff, but I knew that they're traditional masks. In my culture we have the same tradition. We have this day like a festival where all of the people are putting those scary masks on them so they can get rid of the bad spirits, and we call them kukerski maski. But other than that, this was my reaction. Hopefully you liked it, hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down in the comment section, subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next video. Love you, bye.
Just let me love